Well, see, when you look at somebody like me, I grew up here. There's nothing you can tell me about Memphis that I don't already know.
There's nothing you can tell me about Memphis.
From the boardroom to the streets.
That I don't already know.
With Mike from Memphis, man. Together we can fix things. Really.
When you say, I want to be treated fairly, and I want a voice.
Yeah.
I want
He saw things weren't fair, so he chose to run for mayor. You get up and do something when you really care. It's Memphis 360.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
In the meantime,
It's Memphis 360.
In the meantime, in between time, we got folks shooting people up out the frame. Ain't nobody said a word. We've become accustomed to people dying in this city.
Yeah. It's Memphis 360.
Turning the TV on and the news and see our loved ones and see young people that are out of control. And now see, okay. We talk about incarceration. We talk about the youth. We talk about giving them the ability. We talk about investing in young people and investing in the community. See, I hate ignorance. I hate when people make decisions about things and they make statements and they haven't done their research.
How can you fix the problem when you don't even know what the problem is?
We need some help in this city.
It's Memphis 360.
See, I hate ignorance.
It's Memphis 360. Man.
I appreciate you guys for tuning in to Memphis 360 once again. We have a lot going on here in the city of Memphis. I got a great show for you tonight. I don't know where we're starting. I don't know how we start, but guess what? It's just been that kind of week. It's been that kind of month. It's been that kind of day here in the city of Memphis. And we are live in SVP TV studios. And I just want to come to you once again. I got a good show for you. I have Aisha Shabri from PDT, Purpose Driven T, in the house tonight, y'all. And it's going to be on and popping. It is live. She has been off the chain since she's been here. She ripped, roaring, and ready to go. They want her to say all kinds of stuff on camera, cocaine. I told her I was going to beat her to it. And there's a reason behind that, but I will let you tell her, or let her tell you about that. First, I want to say, I'm going to ask for an unspoken prayer here today. There are individuals in my family that are kind of going through some things, and I know a lot of times y'all think Mike Williams got it all going on, and he done did this and he done did that, but I'm just like you. I have things that happen in my life. I have individuals that are going through on a daily basis in my life. And I have a cousin right now that I'm going to ask that you give her an unspoken prayer. She's having surgery, a major surgery. And, as a family, we've just been all over the internet today just trying to make sure, because she's in Louisiana and we can't be there with her. But at the same token, my family's really, really small, and we definitely pray that God carries her through this, that he guides the surgeon's hands. Everybody's going through some things right now. It ain't just us. When Aisha comes on the set, she just had a major thing happen in her life. Well, a couple of major things that have happened in her life, and we're praying for her and her family as well. As a matter of fact, I didn't think I was going to be able to get her onto the show today, but she's pushing through it and being a trooper, and she's, out here doing the daggone thing. Still trying to bring joy to other people's lives, still trying to bring other people knowledge, still trying to make sure that she's having an effect on other people. And that's what I love about these young people. When you talk about Joyride in the City, Renisha, when you talk about Aisha Shabri, Hey man, you can't get no more realer people. You know, I got my shirt on. This is one of my purpose-driven T-shirts right here. Purpose-driven T, baby. This is alleged. So we're going to talk about alleged cocaine. We're going to talk about alleged some things that didn't happen, because I'm going to let her, she has a series out right now, her and Ronisha Joy, Ride in the City. And I'm going to let them tell you about this series of T-shirts. But I wanted to wear mine on the air tonight. I say, hey man, can you bring me my T-shirt? I've been trying to get them. She can tell you how you can order them. She can tell you what it's all about. I'm going to talk a little bit also about the General Sessions Court Clerk's Office. I had 4 town hall meetings today. Clerk Brown wanted me to talk to the employees every quarter or every 6 months. I try to get all of the employees together, not at the same time. That's why I had 4 different meetings, because these guys have been engaged in keeping the General Sessions Court Clerk's Office running for the last 2 years through the pandemic. And I don't think a lot of people give them the credit that they're due. But I just wanted to call them together just to say thank you. You know, thank you for your hard work and efforts. Thank you for holding General Sessions Court Clerk's Office together for the last 2 years with paper clips, rubber bands, and on a wing and a prayer. Because the coronavirus has been going through the staff, but you cannot shut the courts down, because young people or individuals that are out here going through the criminal justice system, they're entitled to their due process. And there has to be someone on the other end that's going to be there to process all of that paperwork. They're entitled to their due process when it comes to civil courts. You got young people that are battling FEDs, and individuals are trying to put them out of their properties, and you got mothers that are crying and they want to know what are they going to do with their kids and different things like that. And I'm going to tell you, the staff and the General Sessions Court Clerk's Office has been troopers, and they've been some of the best. Through it all, when coronavirus was going throughout the buildings, they made sure that they came in on a daily basis and that they ensured that the citizens were still being served. Now, you have some people that don't give them the credit that they're due. I definitely don't think that they're receiving the financial compensation that they're due. And just like I was telling them in the meeting today, if it was Mike Williams and if I could wave a magic wand, I would ensure that all of those individuals down there are being paid, you know, commensurate with the jobs that they're doing. We got people with bachelor's and master's degrees, and they're starting out at $29,000 a year. I think that that is a crime committed against persons, especially with the volume of work that we're asking them to do. I don't think it makes any sense, to be honest. You know, when we're asking these young people to do the right thing, we're asking them to stay on the right path, we're asking them to be professional, we're asking them to provide the best quality services to the citizens of Shelby County possible, yet we don't want to pay them. And they got to worry about how they're going to pay their rent. And they got to worry about how they're going to pay their car notes. And they got to, you know, they have to worry about all of these different things. And we're asking them to come down there and to work through all of this. And even if there was not a pandemic, and even if there was not the coronavirus, these young people still deserve more because of the amount of work that they're doing. They work in the largest General Sessions Court Clerk's Office in the state of Tennessee. And when you look all across the state of Tennessee and what we're asking these young people to do and to process all of this stuff, when you go to some of the file rooms, you may have 500,000 files in a room. When you're asking these people to process garnishments, when you're asking them to process FEDs, you're asking them to process civil warrants, you're asking them to process paperwork to get these young people out of jail, your loved ones. You know, I get calls all the time. Mike, can you look into why this person hasn't been released from jail? They say it's the General Sessions Court Clerk's Office. No, it's not. The couple of times that I've been called, the guys in the 24-hour clerk's office have done what they were supposed to do. And I'm not going to go any farther, but they've done what they were supposed to do. You know, a lot of times it's like, well, you got these major law firms, and I'm not going to call any names of the major law firms, but they're missing out on a lot of money. And they put pressure on these judges to try to expedite things through the court process, you know, and I don't like it. As a citizen, I do not like it because a lot of those young people over there are do what they're due. They're due their due process as well. And it's a pandemic going on out here. So a lot of people, well, Michael, Jesus, you have cases backed up over there. Yes, you do. Because you have to shut courts down for the weather. You got to shut courts down because you got coronavirus going throughout the building. See, some people don't like to just tell the truth because it's an election year. I ain't running for nothing. And I'm going to tell you the truth. It's a pandemic. You got people dying. You got people sick. You got people that are traumatically affected. You got people that are psychologically affected. You know, nobody is the same after this pandemic. Yet, we have these individuals continuously in there, day in and day out. They don't get to work day on and day off. They don't get to decide whether they're going to come to work or not. They have to come to work. And that's why I say we have to, to not pay these people is a travesty. Especially when we got everything else that's going on all across the United States, because it ain't just here in the city of Memphis, going all across the state of Tennessee, going on all across Shelby County. Crime is up. I got a call from an individual that was concerned that we have so many domestic violence cases that are going on right now. And I'm not talking about from the police perspective, I'm talking about within the criminal justice system. And to be able to process these cases because we have so many young ladies that are being victimized. And I say young ladies that are being victimized, but I do want you to understand there are men that are being victimized as well. A lot of them don't talk about it, but they are being victimized. And because we have so many cases and we got gentlemen or men that are shooting women and throwing babies in the river, we got individuals that are pulling up on parking lots that are shooting women. We got individuals that are just doing their girlfriends or their significant others in doing injustices. They're trying to get temporary restraining orders. They're trying to get permanent restraining orders. And they feel as though the system has let them down because they can't get them because the system is so convoluted and it's so congested right now. But I do applaud Attorney General Amy Warrick. She is definitely trying to put, and I'm talking about this specific incident, she's definitely trying to put a mechanism in place to be able to assist some of those cases in getting through the criminal justice process so that a lot of these young ladies can, and these young men that are being victimized can get some assistance as they're coming through the system. All right? So, I'm going to defend these young people that are down in general sessions, just like I defended the police. And I'm not going to defend them because I work there. I'm going to defend them because I see how hard they work. I see what they're doing to assist the community. I see their value. I see their worth. And we got to stop all the time saying we want everything to get better and we want everything to be fine and we want these young people to do what they want to do, but you don't position them to be successful. You have to position them to be successful. When you have the largest General Sessions Court clerk office in the state of Tennessee, and you're handling the largest number of cases in the state of Tennessee, yet those individuals that are working within this system are being paid the less wages in the state of Tennessee, something is wrong with that. But I'm also going to tell you that's not just a problem in General Sessions. That's a problem all across Shelby County government. And the county commissioners are finally starting to see, and I'm hoping that they commission a wage study again, and not just to say because it's an election year that they're going to commission a wage study, but because they truly want to make a difference and they truly want to ensure that these young people that we have trying to work within our system, trying to do the right thing, trying to raise their families, trying to live their lives right, that we assist them and we keep all of that good talent here. We keep the talent in General Sessions courts after we've trained these people, as opposed to them moving to other places, because the citizens of Shelby County deserve the best quality services that we can provide. And the way that we do that is to retain those individuals that are training. Retain those individuals that have stuck and stayed and been with us here through this pandemic. those individuals that have a vested interest in Shelby County, man, I sound like I'm running for office. Jesus Christ. But you know what? It's so hard to talk it because you believe it. It's so hard to talk it because you live it. It's so hard to talk it because on a daily basis, people see me walking throughout 201 Poplar. They see me down in LL 81. They see me over in 140 Adams. That's because I'm seeing what these individuals are doing. That's why it's so easy for me to talk about it. And I want the young people in general sessions to see, I don't just talk about this behind closed doors. I'm not one of those dudes, I'm gonna tell you that these are the type of things that we're doing. This is how I feel, and then I won't say the same thing in public. I'm not that guy, and I'm not known for being like that. If I'm gonna be with you behind closed doors, I'm gonna be with you in public. If I can't be with you in public, I don't need to be with you behind closed doors. And you should feel the same way. So, anyway, I wanted to get that off my chest, and yeah, man, I'm excited. I got on my purpose-driven t-shirt. Allegedly. Allegedly. And we're gonna find out what that's all about. Hey, the number to call is 244-6874, 244-6874. And I have Aisha Shabri in the house from Purpose Driven Tea. She is Miss Purpose Driven Tea. She is the CEO of Purpose Driven Tea. And we're going to go ahead on and bring her on the stage because she over here chomping at the bit, I can tell. And we're going to talk to her. And I want you to call in if you have any questions pertaining to anything that we're talking about during the taping of Memphis 360. And this is Memphis 360. I got so excited, I guess I didn't even bring my show in. But this is Memphis 360. This is a television show that we believe in going from the boardroom to the streets. We believe in talking to the mayor, but we also believe in talking to those individuals that are actually out here doing the work, that are out here on the ground, that are actually doing it. And we believe in speaking the truth. That's the only thing that we know how to do. There may come a time when we don't have a job. There may come a time, and I've always been that individual. A lot of times, Michael, you're not politically correct. Michael, why did you do that? Because it was the right thing to do. And if you stand on truth, a lot of times God will bless you. He will continue to bless you. It ain't by nothing no man has done for me. Because if it was man, all of them would look like all of them trying to knock me down. But it is only by the grace of God. There go I. All right, so we're gonna bring Aisha Shabri. After we talked about God, let's keep it a buck. We're gonna take a real quick commercial break. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back after this message.
Can you actually imagine hosting your next event at the all-new SVP Banquet and Event Center? Yes, spacious, beautiful venue with plenty of parking, located in the heart of East Memphis. Let us host your next intimate birthday gathering, family repast, bachelorette party, wedding and reception, baby shower, corporate meeting, social club event. Call us today. Don't wait. 901-244-6874. The all-new SVP Banquet and Event Center. Tune in to Talking Law with Attorney Daryl O'Neill and the special guest host, Attorney Jerome Payne. Live TV talk on your digital device, on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV. Download the SVP TV app right now. Check us out every Tuesday on Comcast Cable, Channel 17.
This has been a crazy show tonight, but that's okay. You know what? I always say, man, I like it like this. I like it live. We get a little bit more professional and a little bit more streamlined when we got politicians in the studio and we got some of those other people in the studio. But I got Aisha in the studio today.
In this junk.
And it's going to be live. So we're going to do what we do. And the number to call is 244-6874, 244-6874. And I want to welcome you to Memphis 360. What's going on, Aisha?
I feel welcome.
Do you feel welcome?
Yes.
Look, I got on my alleged shirt.
Allegedly.
I got on my alleged shirt.
Allegedly.
I got two more shirts in there. I want you to, well, first of all, introduce yourself to the people out there. Let them know who you are and what you do.
So I am Aisha Shabri, the owner of Purpose Driven Tees, the dopest t-shirt brand in the whole entire world. My website is www.mypdt.com.
www.mypd.com.
Really,
Man.
www.mypdt.com. That's
Yeah,
the inside joke. Me and my friend Ronisha,
Okay, so-
right in the city.
And so how long have you had that business?
It's been 3 years and like Life Genius, it's been 3 years, 2 months or 17, and I don't know how many days,
Okay.
but since November 23rd, 2018.
Well, first, I want to give you my condolences.
Thank you.
Recently, Aisha's grandmother passed, and it was pretty wild, man. I thought it was pretty interesting because you were actually able to follow the process on Facebook. Her grandmother was vibrant. She was, singing, and she was, just there. You know what I'm saying?
She went out like a queen.
And she went out like a queen. And she had a whole family around her. And you guys were all over the internet and all over Facebook, and different things like that. And, to be perfectly honest, when I was first looking at it, I didn't know that's what was going on. But as it progressed, then you were kind of able to see, what was happening. So you and your family definitely have my condolences.
Thank you.
And like I said, I didn't expect her to come on to the show today, but, she was like, yeah, I'm coming. I'll be there. I was like, wow, okay. Thank you.
You know why? Because my grandma, it was one comment she made to us on her deathbed.
Okay.
And she looked at us in our face and she said, go on with your life.
Wow.
She said, anything you want to buy, if you want it, buy it.
Wow.
How can you grieve, like sadly, over someone to give you some nuggets so positive, even on the way out?
Wow.
And she told us, she said, I don't want no mess out of y'all. Respect my wishes.
Wow.
So, my grandma wasn't no punk.
You know what? And that's what I was saying. I said, man, if I gotta go, that's how I want to go.
Me too.
I want to go.
I'm still jealous.
I've already told my wife though, and this is real. There was a lot of things I told my wife because all of us got to go that way. So, and even when I was on the police department, I said, if I die, certain things I don't want. I don't want you putting me in some big old church somewhere that I don't know nothing about, none of my folks know nothing about. Take me back to the hood. You know what I'm saying? Take me where I came from. Well, Michael, the police department probably, I don't care. The police department ain't got nothing to do with my death. I want you to take me where I'm comfortable.
Yeah,
I said, don't take me to certain funeral homes because I don't want people messing with my body. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was just different things. But I also said, when I go, I don't want no sad, dragging funeral. I don't want nobody getting up there old and Mike Williams, president of the police association. Nah, I don't want that. I want real people. I want people that know me. I don't want the mayor up there. I didn't want the police director up there. I didn't want none of those people up there because we have a business relationship. And my death is not something that I want governed by that. And the other thing was, I didn't want I wanted them there having a good time at my funeral. I went to a funeral, a friend of mine, Miss Rayburn, Gerald Rayburn's brother, or Gerald Rayburn out there on Horn Lake. Anyway, she's related to him. That was one of the best funerals I ever been to. It was a church service, but they were in there buck jumping and having
my
a good time.
family services be lit.
That's what I'm saying.
Like for real.
I don't want people there. Soon I will be done.
Nah, we get up.
Trouble.
Nah, I got one auntie.
Yeah.
We know she's gonna get up at every service.
Okay.
She gonna get up and she gonna keep it a buck.
Keep it a buck. Okay, so we keep hollering about keep it a buck. We keep it talking about alleged and all of that. Let's talk about these T-shirts. Can we talk about these T-shirts? First of all, you guys have a series that just came out, correct? A series of T-shirts?
A series.
It's like,
I launched 3 shirts.
You launched 3 shirts, okay.
So, I am the owner of Purpose Driven Tees.
Correct.
The dopest T-shirt brand in the whole entire world.
All right.
So, my brand really consists of 100% my original thoughts and quotes. My best friend, unapologetically. Unapologetically.
I know who this is.
And you can call it allegedly, but unapologetically.
Okay.
Joyride in the city.
All right.
So I wanted to make a statement because I felt like I needed to make a statement to the World Wide Web. So about a month and a half, 2 months ago, me and her, it happened, she was a week before, and I guess with me being her friend, I came with it.
Okay.
There's some knockoff group that we have nicknamed very, affectionately, the No Name Lames.
Because y'all won't call the name?
Because we ain't going to call their name, because we not going to get them not one follower.
Okay.
Although this group of people have exploited our names and our faces all across the internet with no regards for what aftermath it could potentially create.
Right.
Me and her are both outside in the city of Memphis helping promote businesses and things and events across Memphis. Well, she and I have been accused of having something to do with Young Dolph's murder.
Wow. That's serious.
Very serious.
Because it's organizations in this city that don't take that lightly.
Exactly.
And you could be killed behind something like this.
Exactly. So, I'm the type, I don't get in people's stuff.
Right.
I don't get in people's business. So, actually, this particular group had went on a rampage for about 7 months. And to be honest, I knew about this group earlier in the day, but I wasn't that familiar because they didn't have enough followers. But to be honest, my brother's business was pulled into this.
Oh, wow.
Long before me.
Oh, really?
So I watched the journey of them pulling in Makita's cookies. I watched them pull Tamika in. I watched them pull even Raven in. I watched them just drag my brother in Millionaire Grind. I watched them drag Warnett. I watched them drag Jeremy Pierre from the news. I watched them drag Thaddeus Matthews. I watched them drag Ronisha because all different things were sent to me. And some of them came to me in private, and just a face value, I was like, don't worry about it. These some people who don't know about you. And one day it hit me. Now, I don't have the same
They pulled you on in.
I don't have the same personality at all them. They didn't realize you was safe with all them.
Yeah.
Until you came for me. Then I came with this infamous live that's now viral, where the tech I come knock all this ish over. So, what the story behind these two shirts is that really I'm not on Instagram like that. I am not on YouTube like that. I'm in my business.
Right.
Minding my business on Facebook.
Right.
What made me go viral was a group of social media bullies, as I would call it. People who only want likes, shares, followers, and views, don't care anything about content and whether it's okay or not. What started happening, they started coming to my Facebook page and taking live videos of me talking to my 15 people.
They say you're 15.
Me and my 15.
Right.
I ain't claim to have no 10, 20,000 viewers.
That's what I say all the time.
I'm content with my 20.
Right.
I was talking to them, tagged who I was talking with, and the next thing I know, I'm receiving screenshots and videos that I'm exploited again. So you overchecked for me. So that lets me know you still in content. And I've been called a clout chaser, but my thing is, and I've even seen blogs of me, oh, well, you hot, you trending, you should start a YouTube. I was busy living my own life, selling t-shirts before this. I wasn't waiting on this, and I still don't care nothing about it.
Right.
But just for what it's worth.
But we're gonna take it. We're gonna take advantage of this situation.
Because ain't no way you finna exploit my name and face.
Exactly.
And you gonna get paid off of views from something that I was, and you will be crazy. I would be crazy.
Yeah.
To not come up. So I sell t-shirts. So allegedly.
Allegedly.
There was something that stood out. I was invited to this whack video by these no-name lames on YouTube, and all I hear this guy doing is accusing me.
And he kept saying allegedly.
Because in my mind, people think that them saying that protects them from you being able to sue them for defamation of character.
Right.
But you on here saying that I'm the mayor, I'm the the biological biracial daughter of Mayor Jim Strickland. Let me say that in the camera. You better say allegedly with it. So I hear this whack dude in allegedly. And then he shares all these lies about us, and all he said in the background, his filler is, let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
So my things, we're gonna take content.
Yeah.
You do it your way, I'm gonna do it mine. I'm a slang t-shirt, so I have present to you the allegedly t-shirt.
Right.
Because they are the no name lames. That's why we have the hashtag IYK UK, meaning if you know, you know. They would never get one person from me. Although I take everyone who comes to me with them exploit my name and my face all across this internet. Respectfully, and tag, sign, sealed, and deliver the Purpose Driven Tees logo and the Joyride in the City logo. Since you brought me in with my friend, let me know. We rocking together. And then I have this shirt. Keep it a buck.
Keep it a buck.
In real life, though.
Okay.
Because, see, I get it. They love to say keep it a buck. But, see, that's social media lingo. But my whole message to them was, if you was keeping a buck in real life, I would have never been in this.
Right.
So, since you want to, I'm just here to, if we're going to take content, let's take it then. You get your money your way, I'm going to get it mine. I sell t-shirts. That's what I was doing before this, and that's what I'm going to be doing when this is over with.
Okay. There's a third t-shirt, though.
It is.
It's only two of us, so we couldn't wear the other t-shirt. But there's a third t-shirt in this 3 t-shirt release. What is the other t-shirt?
The third one says, you know you done effed up right.
Oh, wow. And
it's stamped with both logos, too.
I told Aisha, I said, I want all 3. I got to have all 3 of those t-shirts. Definitely because I never got pulled into it, but because of you two, I sit there one night and watch the whole video because Ranisha, she was a little upset.
She was the guest the night before. She was on your show.
She came on the show.
The night after is when it all started.
And she had came on the show and she was like, you got to see this. And I went and looked. And I actually, that night, sit there and watched. It was about 2.5 hours of this guy trying to, we had all of these internet detectives. And it just killed me because knowing the police department, knowing some of the things, and you being here in the city of Memphis, being on the ground level, and you kind of knowing what's going on, and these guys are putting this information out there, and the information has no validity. No. I mean, it's like they're just trying to run their numbers up because it has no validity in regards to what's going on. But I don't think and they may, and just not care, understand the consequences that some of this could happen. Because, you saw individuals who allegedly may have been killed at gas stations because somebody put their name out there about something in regards to the young Dolph homicide. You had other individuals that may have allegedly gotten their lives taken from them because of what somebody may have said that associated them with that. So now what you're doing is taking young people, you may be in Georgia.
They in Texas,
or wherever it is that you at, and you trying to perform detective work here in the city of Memphis, but it's all based off of everything that everybody else has put out there. It's based off of, you may have gotten some affidavits and some different things from some of the general sessions websites or the criminal sessions websites or whatever website it is that you're going through, pulling these affidavits and different things like that. But that's not giving you the ground truth in regards to what's going on with these investigations. And then you got these videos out there of people within Memphis that are trying to portray and predict the story, just like the young lady who was up there when it all occurred. And, and they saying, this person was in the store, that person was in the store, this happened, that happened. And it's kind of like it's so much information, some true, some not true, that's going on, and then they're taking it, they're convoluting it, and they're dragging other people. Well, I thought it was 3 people in the store. Well, I thought it was 2 people in the store. I thought the store owner was there. I thought the store owner was there. I thought Renisha Joy was there. I thought this person was there. I thought that person was there. And I'm sitting here going, Jesus Christ. I'm sitting here in my office in 201 Poplar.
The jail.
Because as soon as it happened, it was all over the city. I got a TV in my office, bloop, clicked it on. No, I lied. Wasn't on TV. Yep, it was on TV because they were reporting live from out there. But I caught it even before then because they were going live on Facebook from all over the city, all kinds of videos. I saw him laying in the window. I saw, all of that stuff that was going on. And the young lady that was out there talking on the scene right then, right there, videoing. And you were able to see some of the things that were live, that were actually happening on that scene. I ain't see you.
Cause I was trucking.
I ain't see Renisha.
Cause she was probably somewhere doing Renisha stuff.
Joyriding in the city trying to promote somebody. Yet they're dragging all of these young people in there and it has an effect on your life. But I like the way that you guys have taken this and you put a spin on it. And you are not exploiting anybody, And I like the fact too, you didn't just think about you. But also, when you were doing your videos, one of the things that kind of caught my eye and drew me in, you said they don't know the effect that they may be having on this individual's family. They don't know how they may be disrespecting this, this man is not even in the ground yet, or this man is not even, his memory is not even cold. And now they're dragging his name and what has happened, and that could have psychological effect on his family.
And that's my thing why I have absolutely no respect for it.
Right.
I never have, never will. To be honest, a part that I haven't shared with a lot of people, to be honest, the person who heads one of these bloggers commented on one of my posts one day. And the message has gotten back to me that he wants to interview me. Bro, we up and stuck. You can't fix this wrong with me. Because see, they had been on this again, like I say, for 7 to 8 months.
Right.
They meant no good from the jump. See, when you catch evil doing evil, it takes somebody anointed to stop it. You just didn't realize I was anointed and assigned for this. You was like playing with everybody else. You should have left me out of it. You had your real smoke when you brought me in. So when they realized that I showed and proved that I would come knock all this stuff over on this internet, they've been reached out to me. Let's talk.
For what?
No, you a snake, and it ain't but 2 ways that I interact with a snake. I give room for either a snake gonna bite me and kill me because it can be poisonous, or I'm gonna chop his head off. I didn't let it bite me, so he need to know. I'm willing to chop your head out, boy. Go ahead, because I'm finna get ghetto.
I see.
Take over.
Okay, we don't want you chopping folk heads
But yeah,
off,
but that's what it was. But you can't play with this level of stuff because for them, it was all like, views, and shares. And we live in this society now where everybody is using social media to get these quote unquote blue checks, whatever it is. I don't know if it's based on if you get enough views, enough shares. I don't know if it's based on if you get enough people to watch you live while you're live. I don't know. I've heard things, but I don't speak of them. But I know we live in a blue check driven society.
Right.
It doesn't have to be real. It doesn't have to make sense. It just has to bring attention. So when he realized that I wasn't going, he's like, now you want to talk? No. Because with me, this is real life. I don't play social media games at all. And when I come play them, I'm not going to play them the way you want to. I'm going to play them the way I want to.
Right.
Now, the way I described it to them is what's happened, in short, was that you had a group of people who didn't know me, who threw their ball one day in my court. They threw their ball in my court and in my yard because for whatever reason, they thought I wanted to play. But now, what we really have going on is that I have their ball. And I ain't gonna give it back. So now me and my friends, joyriding in the city, whoever else, rocking with us, now we got their ball. We dribbling, we shoot layups, we dunking, we having a ball. They want their ball back. My whole thing is though, don't you ever forget. So now we're being called clout chasers. Like I told friend, no, this the clout that chased us. Because what they don't need to forget, we was minding our business.
Right.
We were innocent. We was never bothering them. We was in the city of Memphis doing what we do, promoting small businesses, small events, whatever. We was doing wholesome things.
Right.
And a group who for their own entertainment and satisfaction thought because they don't think anything about the aftermath. To them, it's all about like, views, and shares.
Right.
No regard for the aftermath, but they just happened to run up on the right MF, which was me. My thing is, I get you from my whole crew.
Man, you need to go to her Facebook page too.
Please do.
Aisha Taylor.
AISHIATAYLOR live.
And she right, you know, God, when she got on those lives in regards to this, I was sitting in my living room cringing. I was like, ooh, shouldn't have came. Ooh, shouldn't have messed with her. Ooh, because she cutting them up, but she cutting them up right. You know what I mean? And when you talk about the ball that they threw into your court, and then you didn't give them their ball back, you know, a lot of times I had did a post, and I equate that to, if you do not give them a platform, and you control the platform, because a lot of people, you know, they come at you, and if you would have went over there and played with them, it's just going to drive their numbers up, because all of their viewers and their viewers' friends and everybody else waiting on you to come play in their yard. But why am I come play in your yard when I got my own
I got
yard?
the ball. You threw the ball to me.
Yeah.
We're gonna play over here.
Yeah. So in doing that, and I find a lot of times, even with social media, and I did a post about that, man, you know, it's kind of like people need to be responsible about what they do with social media. Social media is getting people killed right now, today. You know, there are rappers that even do songs about, you know, I'm not an internet, I'm not a Facebook gangster. You know what I mean? It's real out here. And you got to be careful what you say on Facebook. You got to be responsible about what you say on Facebook and what you do on Facebook, because there are people watching. And some of those people that are watching, you know, some of them ain't watching for the right purposes. Some of them are watching because if you do something that's wrong, or if you are giving evidence or what is perceived as evidence in regards to something that happened, because there are a lot of people that were hurt by Young Dolph's death in this city. There are a lot of people that wanted to get even because of what happened to Young Dolph in this city. I've never met Young Dolph.
Me neither.
Didn't know the young man.
Me neither.
You know, I hate that, you know, somebody who was prominent in this city, who was bringing, you know, he was here to pass out turkeys. He's here to pass out turkeys to young women or young families or families that were in need for Thanksgiving. And I just think that it's so sad when we have so much death and destruction in this city, when the city of Memphis has so much potential. We have so much potential, but for some reason, we always get caught up in this undercurrent. And things are always happening on the negative side, when there can be so much positivity in the city. We should be boosting each other up and lifting each other up, because of the fact that Memphis has so much potential. When it comes to small businesses, as you say, when it comes to, you know, young entrepreneurs, when it comes to a lot of the events that are going on in this city that needs to be supported, because we have young people that are trying to do things to move this city forward in a positive way. And I also equate this to what I was talking about earlier with General Sessions Courts. When you have young people, you know, we can always talk about the bad things that they're doing. Oh, it's so easy. Well, you know, they just ain't doing right. They ain't doing what we did when we grew up. You know, they're so out there. But what have you done to take the time to be able to mentor these young people, or to give them a leg up or a hand out, or trying to pull them up out of where they are? Haven't done a lot of things. Number to call is 244-6874. Nobody want to talk to me. 244-6874. What do you think about what we've been talking about? We've been talking about individuals that are on the internet. They're internet bullying. They're ruining people's lives. They're trying to increase their visibility on the internet with views, likes, shares, and blue checks, and different things like that. And they don't care how they get them. But we're saying you need to be cognizant of how you do things because it affects people's lives. And in this day and time, it can actually get you killed. And I hate the fact that they put these young ladies in harm's way for no reason. And then you're not even here. So even if something happened to them, yeah, you're going to talk about it then, and your viewership is going to increase. But at the same time, you're affecting people's families. You're affecting mothers. You're affecting, daughters and sisters and brothers and, just young people, period. And there should be something that kind of regulates. I know they'll put you off Facebook for 30 days. They'll shut your Instagram account down. But at the same token, when you're just really and truly irresponsible about some of the things that you're doing and saying on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, and when you're saying it just because you want to get those views, likes, and shares, and you're defaming individuals' characters, and you could have affected her business. When you got this young person that's trying to push, purpose-driven teas and different things like that, you have to be responsible for this kind of stuff because it will definitely, in a long run, have an effect on how these people's lives are going. Hello, you're on Memphis 360. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, friend.
God, I was wondering how long it's gonna take you to call. You like, I ain't gonna call
I
yet.
knew that was her number.
I ain't gonna call yet.
Friend.
You looking across me?
I seen the cross. I ain't gonna lie, I seen it.
So what's going on, Joyride in the city?
Not much. Y'all are doing an amazing interview tonight.
Okay.
Thank y'all so much for discussing this topic. And for one, like Aisha said, we cannot talk to any and everybody.
Yeah.
So for us to trust and believe you for one and a person that knows us in real life, it makes a difference.
Right.
Because, when people interview you, they can edit, change things around, and going for one, like we said, with these no-name lanes, one of the things about it is they are affecting people's lives, because I have someone now that has been reaching out to me due to the fact of they have been linked to this.
Wow.
And he's actually scared.
So they're still carrying
Yeah,
this
that's
on?
somebody new. Yeah.
What?
So he, and he's never met us. I mean, I have all the messages, and he's constantly saying he's never met us, never talked to us, and I know this, but people don't know. And even with myself, like, I was nervous and scared, didn't know how to react because this is a serious matter,
right?
And they're not even considering, like we said before, the family. Y'all are adding more turmoil to the family. They're already grieving, you know?
Right.
And me, myself, my biological dad was killed before I was born.
Stop.
So for me, I know what those kids are going to experience growing up to be without their biological dad.
Right.
So when people do things and say things about people that they don't know, it's crazy. And I also feel like it should be some type of law that prohibits people from being behind a screen.
Right.
When you're behind the screen, you're behind the internet, you can be and say whatever you want because can't nobody find you, or it takes longer to find you. And one of the things about it, I'm thankful that they added friend into the mix because at the end of the day,
you wanted somebody to get crumped.
they're knocking all it over, you know? And that's what they needed. They needed a dose of their own medicine because at the end of the day, she giving them what nobody else has given them. Most of us just kind of shut down and being quiet, like, well, we're not going to go with that because the thing that's been talked about is the internet has been undefeated. The internet was undefeated until they mentioned Aisha Taylor, When they mentioned Aisha Taylor, so one of the things, like she did the T-shirt, the collaboration with the tees. I made a rap,
I'm waiting on that.
That's how we handled it.
It came out.
It is?
She played it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So actually, we did both of them on the same day.
Okay.
Launching the T-shirts, and then I did the Yo Gotti open verse. But again, we're not going to give them that name, the exposure. That's the difference between branding and marketing, okay?
Right.
They just people, they just doing stuff to be doing it, but we're actually branding and marketing and promoting our business. And I think, one thing they fail to realize, I thank them for increasing our followers, because some of the things we say, some publicity, better than no publicity. I didn't want this type of publicity because, as we all said, never met Young Dolph. Was a fan of his music, but I've never met him.
Right.
And in the business that we're both in, to help change the narrative of the city of Memphis, promoting the positive, trying to bring unity amongst the city. We have people out of town that don't understand that, and we have the people that are in the city that, like Fran mentioned before, now calling us crowd chasers, now making subliminals like we inserted ourselves. And actually we have people now that are inboxing trying to insert themselves in the situation as if it's going to be in. It's not. We're just living our life the way that we were already living before.
Right.
So yeah, it was for me. I stopped for a second, and then it was like, okay, you know what? Continue to live your life, because the fake pages were the ones that gave the threats. But then when you find real people that genuinely come and comment, you're like, you know what? These real people talking, because they look at your page and say, hey, you don't even seem like the type to be around that type of stuff.
Right,
look what you're doing. You be with everybody.
Right.
Like they say, we're well connected in the city, but not in a bad way. We're able to go and connect with people, like how you say for your show, from the boardroom to the streets.
Yeah.
Everybody can't do that.
Yeah. And that's what you have to be able to do. I know where you are today, this evening. I know. I ain't finna say.
It got postponed, so that's the only way I'll say to chime in.
Okay.
Postponed.
Okay. Yeah.
But we will be there. Look.
Period. Look, since it was postponed, I'm gonna be there with you then,
so,
friend.
You know what? It was a blessing, because I'm able to chime in.
Right.
And then when we be in the streets, when we gonna be where we gonna be at, we gonna be there too.
Yeah.
Well connected.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, thank you so much for calling in, Ronisha.
Bye, friend.
Bye, friend.
I love you.
Bye. Man, talk about loud. When I get with them, it's always like, Jesus, I wish I was 30 again, just so I could kick it for real, for real. I'm like 62 down. It's kind of like I'm just kind of on the outside. Every now and then I stick my head in just to make sure everything's going okay. And everybody,
check it on niece and nephew.
Check it on them, make sure that they're okay. So, we talked about, you just launched 3 T-shirts, allegedly. Keep it a buck
in real life.
In real life,
and
though.
the third one, you know you done effed up, right? Okay.
I got all 3 of them. I'm gonna be sporting them too. Hey, tell them how they can get these T-shirts.
www.mypdt.com. No, www. I have to do that for friend. That's insider. www.mypdt, as in purpose driven tees, pdt.com. That's my website.
Rejoice Green said, what the devil meant for bad, God meant it for good.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? Won't he do it? He'll take lemon and turn them into lemonade. He'll take the sun
and spike it for me. He'll spike it. He's so sassy. He'll spike it just for me.
Oh Lord. Okay. All right. He'll spike it just for you. For me. So what's next for Aisha Shabri, and what's next for Purpose Driven Tees? What are you trying to do with Purpose Driven Tees?
Ooh, I got it. Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. And I'd like to take a minute just to sit right here to get to this point. Glad you asked, Mike.
Okay.
So, as you know, and they don't know, on February the 2nd, interestingly, I made the decision, after 16 years of being a truck driver, 18-wheelers, big bad toys ain't just for boys. I made a decision on February 2nd, as I wrote the date down, and God told me, gave me clear instructions, said you're gonna resign today. So I did. Now I ain't gonna tell no story. I was in a little drug trouble from months ago, from last year.
What kind of trouble?
For drug trouble. For weed though. Weed. I wasn't in drug trouble, I was in weed trouble.
Okay.
So I know I had to take weed drug tests every month.
Because you were a truck driver.
Because I'm a truck driver.
Okay.
So I was sentenced, per se, to have to take a drug test every month. For every month.
Keep it a buck.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck in real life. I ain't ashamed of nothing I go through. I'm a RN. And I'm not a registered nurse, but you gotta figure that out. I'm a RN. So I'm gonna keep it neat. I'm gonna keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been in drug trouble since last year.
Okay.
I was ordered to take a drug test every month for the next 5 years.
You know she moving towards saying that word, but go ahead.
Is because I gotta take people there.
She moving towards
So
saying
I
that
know
word.
I've been doing weed since I was little. I know it's illegal, but I got caught. Okay, I own my stuff. My follow-up was I had to take a drug test every month. I gotta pay $60. I gotta go in the bathroom and somebody gotta go in there with me. So I gotta get in my real pee. So that ended my fake pee days. I done went and quit on my own on February the 2nd because God told me. I go home, kick my feet up, and to mind my business. I received a phone call on February 3rd from the medical review officer. Them folks told me it was a question with my drug test, and they said I had tested positive for cocaine. I said, cocaine! That's how I sounded, just like that on the phone. Cocaine! I could have took THC. I even would have took that as like secondhand smoke, because I be in hood spots. Mm-hmm. I do hood stuff. You know, I'm a hood girl. I do hood-ish. Mm-hmm. You know, I could have took that. But cocaine. Mike, I ain't never done cocaine, ain't never touched cocaine. I told him, I said, y'all should Google me. You should look up that I have a whistleblowing spirit now. Now, yeah, I'm gonna let you retest my pee. So I'm waiting on that. They told me I got a week or two, but they got over on me because I told them I'm gonna tell my truth. I ain't had to pay, but a drug test that only took off $60 from the beginning. For whatever reason, with my same pee, all I know I ain't never done no cocaine. But they told me I gotta pay an extra $275.
Wow.
For them to simply send it somewhere else to retest it. Now I'm questioning your facility. But what I do know is that, I don't know, same like she finna be talking about me. It better not be no cocaine in my system. But if it is, I'm finna be the whistleblower for the whole United States of America. For the cocaine society per se. And I'm finna let the whole world know that then. That means y'all test y'all food, y'all water, y'all cigarettes, and y'all alcohol. That means that it's cocaine somewhere in it. And people even ask me the question, well, do you think it was somebody laced your blunt? Don't ignore the fact it wasn't no THC in my system. So I had even stopped smoking weed because I'm in weed trouble. But somehow, some way, I got pure cocaine in my system. I'm finna go tell the whole world, check your cigarettes. Check your alcohol, check your water, check your food. They got me messed up.
Ooh, wait, pure cocaine.
That's what they said, cocaine.
Oh, Jesus.
I thought you gotta do cocaine to get cocaine in your system.
Well,
and so here's the thing, people ask me questions such as, you know, there's logical questions. People ask me stuff like,
I'm quite sure they're curious if you don't do cocaine, how did, when they test your urine, then it came out with cocaine in it?
God told me He work in mysterious ways.
First thing they say, you're lying.
Right? So first of all, God gave me my answer, but to answer the people. God told me He works in mysterious ways. So it's a mystery and I'm with that. But people ask me questions such as, because you know, people been snorting cocaine, appearing on dollars. That's like, well, you know, you sell t-shirts and you know, you handle money. My thing is people been handling money since the test of time.
So they said cocaine on the money?
That's what they saying, but my thing is, it's been on the money. So I don't know, now my new question is, well, what's new about the money? Because you got the right person.
Okay. Wow. Guess what? We got 3 minutes left. You know, I wanted to, nobody called me but Renisha, but that's okay. Because I wanted to kind of get into some other things. I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about the crime? I wanted to ask you, what do you think is contributing to the crime? Because I'm going to tell you something. I know y'all see Aisha up here and she's just kind of, you know, talking about, and I brought up the fact about what was going on the internet. But I'm going to tell you, the young lady is deep. And when you start talking about issues and things that are going on in the city of Memphis and things that are just happening in life, she can definitely give you some insight and give you some intelligent nuggets that will make you think about what's happening in this city and what's happening in life. Like you say, you out there
in these streets.
So you kind of know what's going on in these streets. So you got about 2 minutes. Tell these people what you want them to know about Aisha. Tell these people whatever it is that you want to know. You got 2 minutes.
Love heals all wounds. Life, it gets better with healing and not time. I want to tell you for them, bring me back next week, because we need more time on this. But thank you for tonight. Let me pop my stuff up. Bring me back week after.
I tell you what, I'm going to bring you back, but I need to start hitting some of these politicians that's running for these offices, because a lot of people got questions that they want to ask them.
You need me to go find them, because you know I connect with anybody.
I already know where they are.
Okay.
I already been lining them up.
Okay, well that's cool.
So I just got to start bringing them on. I was just kind of waiting until everybody had pulled their petitions, and then we got into the actually season of campaigning. So I'm gonna start bringing some of them on, but I'm not gonna flood my show with them.
That's cool.
We'll bring you back in a couple weeks.
So on a closing note, since I can't come back next week, let me get it make quick. Drink water. Mind your business. Don't bother nobody. And my thing, if I don't send for you, what is this?
Don't come.
Don't come for me if I ain't sent for you. But no, if you sent for me, I'm coming. So send for me one more time.
I'm gonna send for you.
And everybody else on this World Wide Web, no, I ain't scared of none of y'all.
Hey, I'm gonna send for her one more time after I head back to the boardroom. She ain't necessarily.
Because these the streets over here.
She ain't necessarily.
We gutter.
No, she ain't necessarily the streets of the streets. She kind of in the middle somewhere. But we're gonna go get some of these individuals that are actually have fiduciary responsibility of the city. Some of these individuals that are running for political offices, because we want you to be knowledgeable. We want you to hear them. We want to give them a platform. We don't charge anything to come on this show. A lot of people say I'm crazy. Miss Debbie said I should be charging people out the frame. I don't charge. I pay for my own time, so I do what I want to do, and I like the fact that I do what I want to do, because this is Mike Williams' platform. This is Mike Williams' show, and I ain't asking nobody for nothing, because I'm me, and I'm gonna keep it real. Period. So I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to Memphis 360, the television show where we go from the boardroom to the streets. I want you to patronize
www.mypdt.com.
I also want you to patronize Joyride in the City. Ranisha Joy. You can look up on Facebook. Everybody's popping. Everybody's live. And until next week, same time, same location. Be blessed. Be strong. Be encouraged. And we'll see you next week.
It's Memphis 360.